7. Coronation Street spoilers for next week, 9th to 13th. June. Next week on Coronation Street, the drama hits boiling point as Kit finds Brody collapsed in a shocking twist. Lou stirs up trouble at Craig's wake, Maria gets arrested, and Betsy uncovers a jaw-dropping family secret that could change everything. It's a week packed with secrets, shocks, and serious fallout. So if you love your Corrie full of twists and tension, make sure to subscribe now for all the latest spoilers and updates straight from the cobbles. 1. What's going on with Brody? Right, so Kit's finding it really hard to stay away from Brody now that he reckons he might actually be the lad's real dad. After seeing the rough ride Brody's had growing up, especially with Mick as a father figure, who's currently banged up waiting trial for Craig Tinker's death. Kit's desperate to stop Brody heading down the same dark path. Problem is, Brody doesn't know the full story and thinks Kit stitched him up, all thanks to more lies from Mick. Now, Brody wants nothing to do with him. Next week, Kit tells Lou that maybe it's time to get a DNA test done, settle it once and for all. But whether Lou's willing to go there? Bit of a question mark. Later, Sarah invites Kit to a family BBQ at the newly done-up Platt place, but he gives it a miss. Can't blame him really. Who needs burnt burgers and awkward chat with David on top of everything else? Later on, Kit spots Brody mid-theft, trying to nick a bottle of wine from a delivery van. Kit puts a stop to it, sends him packing, but Brody's fuming and goes running to Lisa, accusing Kit of harassment. Lisa's not buying any of it though, and lets Kit know Brody's just trying to stir the pot again. Still, Kit might want to be careful. These constant run-ins could start turning heads. Then, things take a worrying turn when Kit, Sarah and Bernie find Brody passed out outside the Rovers, with a smashed whiskey bottle next to him. What's happened? And is Brody going to be all right? 2. Saying goodbye to Craig. Over at Speed Dial, Lou asks Gary if he'll help sell Mick's old van. Even though Gary had his issues with Mick, he can't help feeling sorry for Lou, not that Maria's too thrilled about it. Their chat's cut short when Maria shows up, and Lou makes a quick exit. Later on, she turns up at the salon and tells Maria that David's asked her to cover his shift. How's Maria going to feel about working alongside her? Kit and Lisa have a quiet chat about Craig's memorial. The actual funeral was a small one down in Norfolk, where his mum Beth's living now, and they both admit it's going to be a tough day for everyone. Kit says the family's asked him to do a speech, but considering Craig was out on patrol alone when it all happened, Kit's clearly got a lot on his mind. On the morning of the memorial, Sarah wakes up to find Kit's already gone. As folk start gathering at the bistro, Lisa starts to panic. There's still no sign of Kit, and he's meant to be speaking. Bernie and Sarah try getting hold of him, but no luck. With Kirk in bits and no one else able to step up, Lisa's left to give an emotional tribute to Craig herself. But where's Kit gone? Later, with Maria heading off to the memorial, Lou's left in charge of the salon. Gary has a quiet word with her, saying that if she really wants to show people she's sorry for what happened, then she should be there to pay her respects. Encouraged by that, Lou decides to go. But seeing as her husband Nick was behind Craig's death, how's the community going to react when she turns up? 3. Maria gets arrested. Later in the week, Maria's chatting to Shona about the Platts' upcoming BBQ, and she knows full well that Lou's nearby listening in. As Lou walks past, Maria makes it crystal clear she's not welcome. Then, over at the salon, Audrey finishes cashing up and gives the money to Shona to pass on to David for the bank. But when Shona forgets her phone, Lou spots her chance and nicks it, using it as an excuse to pop round to the Platt house. Once there, Shona's chuffed to get her phone back and invites Lou to stay for the BBQ. Lou plays it cool, but she knows that cash is sitting in Shona's bag. And while everyone's distracted by Nick's toast, she slips inside the house. Just as she's eyeing the money, Maria walks in and clocks what's going on. She tells Lou to empty her pockets, but will she find what she's looking for? Moments later, there's a big crash from the living room. Everyone rushes in and finds Lou on the floor, surrounded by broken glass from the new coffee table, and Maria's standing over her. Later, at the Rovers, just as Maria's letting off steam to Sarah, the police walk in and arrest her on suspicion of actual bodily harm, worst at 4. Betsy uncovers a family secret before Craig's memorial. Lisa's keeping busy going through old files, but she suddenly jumps when she catches Betsy snooping through a particular box. She snatches it back sharpish, and Betsy's left wondering what's inside. Thing is, Betsy's had enough of being treated like a kid. She knows her mum's kept things from her in the past, and she's not having it anymore. Lisa tells her the file's got info about the sperm donor, Betsy's biological dad, and legally, she can't see it till she's 18. But later that day, when Carla gets home, it's obvious Betsy's still digging. And she's found something about her other mum, Becky, something she never knew. Betsy's fuming. She shows Lauren a photo of a letter she found, and she's more determined than ever to uncover the truth. Whilst 5. Betsy goes to prison. Lisa suggests lunch later in the week, but Betsy lies and says she's meeting Dylan. Truth is, she and Lauren are off to Highfield Prison. As they sit in the visitors' room, Betsy admits she's scared. And no wonder. Turns out they're there to see Logan Radcliffe, Mason's older brother and the bloke who killed him. Betsy's hoping to find out more about the night Becky died, but Logan's no angel. He's in for a reason. And he's not going to spill anything for free. She's opened a box that should have stayed shut, Sydney says. You don't go making deals with someone like Logan lightly. Will Betsy get the answers she's looking for? And what's Lisa going to do when she finds out Betsy and Lauren took a cab to a prison? 6. Sally and Tim worry about the Michaelis girls. Over at number 4, Sally and Tim are well into their foster training and actually starting to feel excited about the future. Then, Sally comes home and finds Tim looking after Joni and Shanice again, Lou's girls. She reckons Lou might be taking advantage, but Tim insists it's all good practice for fostering. The two of them get into a bit of a row over the state of the house, but the arguing stops when they notice Joni and Shanice huddled on the sofa, clearly scared stiff by the shouting. Sally and Tim realise just how much those girls have been through, growing up with someone like Mick around. They make a promise to do whatever they can to help. 7. Millie drops a bombshell over at number 11. Todd's relationship with Theo hits a bit of a bump when Theo suddenly decides to move back in with his family. It all kicks off when Theo's daughter, Millie, shows up out of the blue with an overnight bag. Todd's caught off guard, and then Millie drops the bombshell. She's pregnant. Todd's left reeling, not sure what to do or say. And when Theo announces he's moving back home, Todd's gutted. Theo tells him not to worry. It's just about giving his kids some stability, not the end of their relationship. Todd's relieved and convinces Theo to stay for lunch. But when Theo gets a missed call from Millie, he bails, reminding Todd that family comes first. By the end of the week, Theo cancels another date. Todd sees a family snap Millie's posted online, and he can't help feeling like he's being pushed out. Will Todd be able to shake off those insecurities, or is he about to lose Theo for good?